Where does the freaking geek get his toys? From BigBadToyStore.com. Want the latest, greatest toys? Well, Big Bad Toy Store has got them. So click the link in the description below and go get your geek on. Soundwave bulked up. What have you been eating?
Hey, what's up, YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Soundwave. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. There it is. There is a very cool picture of Soundwave that extends to the side of the box where you see all of his little minions going on there. Ball of Cybertron, Laserbeak included. This side you have half a Decepticon symbol and his picture again. On the back you have your obligatory product shot and your bio if you want to read it. And this box is completely and totally redesigned because instead of cutting off the top corner of the box, they cut off the bottom corner. My mind is blown. So moving right along. Here is Soundwave and his, what are they calling this? A communications vehicle thing mode. It's Cybertronian, call it what you want, I don't care. But here it is, a much bigger, beefier version of War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron Soundwave. And nicely done, nice transparent purple wheels going on there. Some, nice paint apps. Again, kind of sparse on the paint apps, but, it's still nicely done, nicely molded. Looks pretty cool. Me likes very much. Of course, he does come with his weapon here. That's his little shoulder cannon there. He doesn't come with a handgun. The picture does show him with a handheld weapon, but he doesn't come with it. He just comes with this one. So, yeah, I don't know. You're telling me why he doesn't have his weapon. You tell me. I don't know. I don't work at Hasbro. But there he is. He rolls nicely. No visible robot parts underneath, so everything is concealed very well. For comparison, here he is with the Deluxe War for Cybertron Soundwave. So you can see how they measure up. Obviously, the Voyager, much beefier. And definitely taller. You can see the Deluxe, has a much lower profile, whereas the Voyager is definitely a lot taller. So there you have that. Of course, he does have the gimmick of being able to eject his minions, and basically what you do is you push this button right here, which will open up that compartment, and you can see in there we have a data disk already in there. And to deploy the data disk, all you do is take this top section here and slide it forward. So let's see if we can get this to work. Come on, work. And didn't work. Didn't work. Good. Yay. And as you can see, your success may vary. Laserbeak just doesn't want to eject well. But basically, what would happen? Well, let me show off the data disk here. Here it is. You can see it's just a red data disk, silver Decepticon symbol right there, and some nice little techie details all around. There you have it. Basically, what's supposed to happen is that this panel right here is supposed to push this button, therefore launching him and making him transform in midair, if it actually worked right. But basically, if you also want to make him transform, you can just drop him on the ground right there. And there's Laserbeak. You can see, nice little sculpt. They didn't paint his eyes in, unfortunately, but nice little sculpt. It's it's bird-like. It's got some nice silver detailings going on there. He's simple. Nice little spring-loaded gimmick. To turn him back into a disc, you just flip those wings over, flip his head down, flip that part over, just fold the wings back in, and there you go. He's back into a disc. I'm going to get this to work, because I've gotten this to work before, and I will do it. because SOUNDWAVE wants to embarrass me. Now, it is quite a tight fit getting the discs in here. You can hold about 3 of them in there because they do recess pretty far back, so you can fit about 3 data discs in there. But I'm going to get this to work. I will. Come on. Come on, workman. Do it. There we go. He completely slid off the table, but it worked. He did transform. He did transform in midair. Ha ha. Yeah, ha ha. See? Your success may vary. Laserbeak he's temperamental. Sometimes he just doesn't want to transform. So, there you go. You got Laserbeak. And you got that. Just close that up. And you just basically just take the little cover portion here and just, it's on a double hinge here, you just bring it up so it's lined up with that part. And there you go. There is SOUNDWAVE. So let's get down to transformation. So first thing, just want to remove the weapon. You want to take this top section here, bring it up and back and out of the way. You want to take the legs, unhook them, and extend them. Flip out the foot. Do the same thing here. Just untab it. Bring that leg down. Flip out the foot. You're going to take these wheels. Excuse me. Take the wheels. Rotate them down like that. Rotate it down. You're just going to take this whole... It does help kind of get things out of the way if you just push this forward. Just want to take this whole waist section here and untab it like that. Bring it up and snap it in. You can bring the legs down. And raise things up a bit. There we go. And then you just want to take the arms, extend them out like that. You're going to take the wheels, bring them back. You're going to take the arms and bring them down like that. You can flip these panels in. And then you just want to bring these shoulders up like that. Rotate them down. Bring it up, rotate it down. Come in here. Slip out his fist. Slip out his other hand. Like that. And this back section here, you're just going to take this, bring this down like that, and then bring this up. And you'll see it's on a slider here. You're just going to take that and just slide it in like that. And then you can push this up flush against his back like that. And there you have it. There is Fall of Cybertron SOUNDWAVE in his robot mode. And he does look really cool. I really, really do like this. I mean, you know, not only is the sculpt nice, but he feels like a nice beefy Voyager. I really like the size of him. He just feels good and chunky, like a Voyager should. One neat little detail they added was the fact that, you know, you can see this hand is molded into a fist, but this hand they actually molded with his one finger out. So you actually can have him, you know, kind of doing the, you know, I'm pushing my button pose. You can totally have him doing that, which is a neat touch. They didn't have to do that, but that was a very neat touch. Again, looks really cool. You know, I really don't know how lacking he is in paint apps and robot mode. It looks pretty good to me. I'm sure he could still use a bit more paint apps, but still, looks nice. You know, not a lot of junk on his back. I think overall a very, very cool design. Articulation-wise, his head can only swivel, and mine is really tight, but he can swivel his head. You know, arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got nice clickety elbows. He does have a wrist swivel. No waist joint, unfortunately. Legs can go forward and back. They can go in and out. He does have a thigh swivel. Nice clickety clackety knee joints, and you got some foot motion here. So, pretty posable. And of course, you can take his cannon here and just mount it right on that port right there on his shoulder to get the full effect. And there you go. And yes, you can, you can take Laserbeak and just perch him on his arm like that. Because that just looks awesome. Now, of course, the disc launching action does work in robot mode. So we'll get Laserbeak back into a disc. And we'll see if we can get this to work. Ah! He transformed back on me. You stay. Stay! Good bird. Good bird. Okay, so basically you want to take this, bring it back, get it ready to go. Push the button. Open that up. And we're going to put him in. I found that I've had more success if I actually put him in sideways with the Decepticon symbol sideways. I found that I've had a little bit more success getting it to work if I put him in sideways. So let's see. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. So we will see if we can get this to work. I'm going to get him into pose. I'm going to put him into pose just to get the full effect here. All right. Ready? Come on. Laserbeak. Eject. Die. Okay, sometimes these wheels get in the way. You have to make sure these are not in your way. There you go. Okay, Laserbeak. Eject. Ah! See? It worked. It worked. Ah, ah, ah. See, again, your success may vary. But there it is. Very cool figure. I would definitely recommend him. Very, very cool. Now, for comparison, here he is with the Deluxe Soundwave. As you can see, the major difference there, Soundwave. Beefwave. Soundwave. Beefwave. So, you can see the difference there. And there he is with War for Cybertron, Megatron. So obviously, very much out of scale. And I know a lot of people are thinking, why buy this one if I already have the Deluxe? And I was in that camp. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, I already have this one. What do I need a bigger version for? But he's really cool. I mean, it's totally up to you if you want him in your collection. I would recommend him. He's really cool. If you get him, you're getting him for the gimmick, really, because I do like the gimmick. Again, it's temperamental, but it's still cool when it works. So I do like the gimmick. And I think I mostly got him for the gimmick because I just thought it was really a cool idea. And like I said, when it actually works, it's really cool. And it is a very cool figure, don't get me wrong. He looks awesome on the shelf. Granted, out of scale with all the War for Cybertron figures, but still a very cool figure nonetheless. So it's really up to you whether or not you want or feel you need a bigger Soundwave in your collection. And again, the cool part is he does come with his minions, and he does come with extra minions that are sold separately. But yeah, I think he's cool. I think he's definitely worth your time. I would definitely say pick him up if you find him. He's quite a cool figure. I've been having a lot of fun with him, so I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Soundwave, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Soundwave, what have you been eating? How did you get so tall? No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I need you to crack those Autobot security codes now.
Yes, Lord Megatron.
This is the story of Soundwave, a faithful servant to a ruthless master. A robot with little robots living in his chest. One wonders, what does that feel like? Do they move around in there? How much space is in there really? How much headroom? Does it make him feel full or constipated? And do they pay rent? This and many other questions in the Cybertron Zone. Who are you? How did you get in here? Another one of the many mysteries in the Cybertron Zone. Who are you talking to?